You're a fan of Bravo's hit series, Real Housewives of New York, then get excited because Countess Luann de Lesseps is bringing her cabaret show to the Florida Theater on March 23rd. And I'm so excited because she's joining us right now to tell us all about it. So welcome to First Coast Living. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks, Jordan. I'm so looking forward to, I've never been to Jacksonville, first of all. So I'm looking forward to visiting your beautiful town. And, I just got back from London. I had a string of shows in London and Scotland and Ireland. So I'm excited to get back to the States and continue my touring. I think a lot of people think they know my cabaret from the Housewives, but you don't really know it because we don't get to see it a lot because of music rights. And so it's always the drama around my show, but you never get to really see what my show is all about. So, when I started Cabaret, it was really, I love to host parties. I love to tell stories. I love to tell jokes, and I love to sing for my friends. And so, when my best friend said, you should be doing Cabaret, and that's really how I started. I started in 2018, and what I do is I really pick a song that I love, that I know my fans are going to love, and then I back into it with a story. And then, of course, I have to pick the perfect Giovanni dress. So I'll sing things like, Tina Turner. So that dress has to be really short and show a lot of leg. So I just have so much fun on the creative part. Again, since 2018, I've been doing this. And, this tour is really my greatest hits tour. From Money to Chic to Feelin' Giovanni, you're gonna hear those, and Viva la Diva, which a lot of people don't know that song. It was actually written by Desmond Child, who wrote just a few songs like Livin' the Vida Loca and Living on a Prayer.
Wow.
And personally, I love this song so much because it's about Viva la Diva, Viva that really powerful part of who we are as women, right? So that's why I love that song so much. And then I do songs like David Bowie. I'll sing Tears for Fears. I sing Bonnie Raitt, all kinds of music, and it's a party. I love it because the audience is involved because I play a trivia game. How is their knowledge and how is their knowledge and how much do they know about the Housewives or about me? And
Ooh.
so it's very immersive with the audience. They're involved in the show because the songs I pick, they know the words to. So it's like a big sing along. It's a party. I always say it's pop culture because I show clips from the show, then I talk about those things. So it's pop culture meets cabaret meets comedy, and meets a fashion show. So it's really a show for everyone, and I'm just having the best time, and I think my fans can see that, and so that's what I think is the draw. Is it's a great time. It's a party. So come with your sequins and your statement necklaces on, and fly your flag.
It sounds like so much fun. It sounds like a lot of variety too, which is really cool. And obviously you mentioned how your friends are like, you need to start this. So that's kind of what was the main inspiration. But what kind of made you want to be in front of the camera in general? Because you are perfect for it.
Oh, thank you. Housewives came along in 2007, right? Before that, I was living in Europe and I used to work for Italian television. So TV is something that I've always been into. And that involves, singing, variety. I love variety. I grew up on Carol Burnett. I grew up on Cher. So I love variety. And it really started as Countess and Friends. And then it morphed into just Countess Cabaret, because, of course, of all kinds of reasons. But whenever somebody else would come on stage, they would go to the bathroom or go and get a drink. They just wanted to see me. So kind of went from Countess and Friends to just Countess Cabaret. And it's been going strong since 2018. And I work really hard on my shows. People don't get that, when they come to the show, they're like, oh my God, this is actually a great show. Because they don't get that from the Housewives. So that's the reason for that. And I love that because they come dressed, ready for the occasion. They show up for me. And that means so much to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's fabulous. And I hear you're actually going to be returning to Bravo for a new Housewives dating show. Tell us about that.
Well, I can't say too much except that
Okay.
It's a dating show for Bravo, The Love Hotel. It's coming out soon. I go with Shannon Bedour from the OC and Ashley Darby and Giselle Bryant. So I think the fans are really going to love this show because it's totally different, from what they're used to seeing from the Housewives. In fact, I even wrote a song about this, the Girl Code, which you're going to see in this cabaret show because I'm doing greatest hits. And so Girl Code is a part of that. And, we have each other's backs. It's really the drama between the guys more than it is about the women.
That's
And
so
so, yeah.
fascinating.
And I think that it's just going to be great to see us, doing something different and not
Right.
not Housewives, but a dating show.
I think it's going to be awesome. All right, so where can we follow along on all your exciting endeavors? I know you've got CountessLuann.com, social media. How can we follow along?
Well, just go to CountessLuann.com and same for Instagram and all of my socials.
Again, everyone, Countess Luann will be in town for one night only on March 23rd at the Florida Theater. Thank you so much for joining us today. It was such a pleasure meeting you.
You too, Jordan. I'll see you at the show.